What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat if you're new here, and today I'm going to be telling you how to talk to your hair. So primarily when you have curly hair, you are literally in a relationship with your hair. Like, you and your hair are one, and you have to get to know your hair. You gotta know what your hair likes, what your hair doesn't like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So basically I'm just gonna break down the steps on how I got to know my hair, and hopefully this will help you. The first thing is your hair type. When it comes to products and when it comes to what to use in your hair type doesn't really matter. Like, a lot of people think it does, but it truly doesn't. What matters more is like the porosity. Does your hair like protein? Does it like moisture? But we'll get into that later. This is a hair chart. So from there you can determine your hair type. Your hair type will give you a better understanding of why your hair does or doesn't curl at the root, if your curl falls into a curl, or if it just curls from the root. And in my personal opinion, your hair type will have a lot to do with volume. With hair type comes thickness. Do you have finer hair? Do you have thicker hair? Something that helped me find out that I had finer hair is you can easily see my scalp. When you can't easily see someone's scalp, that probably means that they have thicker hair. So that is a way that you can figure out if you have finer hair or thicker hair. Additionally, something that is important to figure out, that I just figured out recently actually, is your hair porosity. So porosity can be a little bit complicated because I feel like people think that you have to be either low porosity or high porosity, but that's not the case. I feel like I have medium to high porosity hair because my hair works better with gels, my hair dries a little quicker, and my hair can get really frizzy, and if I don't maintain moisture in my hair, it does get really dry and really dull. So let me break down the porosity for you. I'm not gonna get into like all scientific terms. I'm just gonna say the basics, and if you want to look more into it, maybe I'll make a video on this, but I'm just gonna touch up on these subjects, not really get into detail. So if you have low porosity, your hair does not retain moisture well. Your hair probably takes super long to dry, like ages. And don't get me wrong, like people's hair, like everyone's hair may take long to dry if you completely air dry your hair, but I'm talking about like you air dry your hair for an hour and you're diffusing for another hour. Like, well, maybe not to that extent, but you know what I mean. Like, your hair takes longer to dry. Your hair might look healthy, but you might not have that much volume and elasticity. Elasticity is basically like a bounce to your curl. Like, if you pull your curl, does it spring back up? I'm not gonna demonstrate that right now because I'm on day 3 hair, so I might not have a lot of bounce. But so if you have high porosity hair, your hair retains too much moisture. Your hair might feel and look dull and feel dry also. And like I said with my hair, your hair probably dries quicker, but you do have frizz. Something that helped me figure out my porosity in my hair is the products I used. Like, I figured out what worked well with my hair and what didn't, like what weighed down my hair and what didn't. I'll get more into product use later. The next thing I'm gonna touch up on is your wash day. To me, wash day is the most important thing for curly hair. A lot of people think that moisture comes from products, and it can come from products, but a majority of your moisture is gonna come from your wash day. And that's where people mess up. They think they need all these moistures from products, but that just ends up weighing down your hair. And I used to mess that up too. I used to think like, I need to put a leave-in, I need to put a sour cream, I need to put this, I need to put that, but you don't. You get all your moisture from your wash day. Something that I learned with my hair is my scalp loves to be clean, my hair loves moisture, and I produce buildup quickly. So I wash my hair once a week, and in my wash day I include clarifying my hair, cleansing my hair, conditioning my hair, and deep conditioning my hair. That is my wash day. The reason why is because my scalp gets itchy, my scalp gets dry, and my scalp produces lots of buildup, but my hair loves moisture. Like I said, I have to make sure I clean my scalp completely so it's ready for my next wash and go set, but I have to make sure that my hair is moisturized enough that my hair will last and my hair will look healthy for my next wash and go set. That is why I need to clarify once a week and I need to cleanse once a week. And that's also why I need to deep condition once a week. So if you're trying to figure out when should I deep condition, when should I clarify my hair, If your scalp doesn't get that itchy, if your scalp doesn't produce a lot of buildup, and if it doesn't get smelly, like yes, sometimes scalp gets smelly. If it doesn't get smelly, you probably don't need to shampoo your hair as often. You can probably shampoo your hair once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. I know people that shampoo their hair once a month, so it's not for everybody. But if you're like me, if your scalp gets itchy, if your scalp feels dry, and if your scalp produces a lot of buildup, you probably have to clarify once a week. When it comes to deep conditioning, I recommend everybody deep conditions once a week. If you're transitioning, I think twice a week is even better. But some people can go a week or 2 without even washing their hair, so they might not even need to deep condition once a week. Everybody is different. Another thing with wash day is some people don't even have to use shampoo at all. Some people can just co-wash their hair through life, and that's fine. Everybody is different. It depends on your scalp, it depends on your hair, what your scalp likes, what your hair likes. But me personally, I know I have to shampoo. Something that I did to figure that out is I noticed that my hair would get way down if I did not clarify my hair. I noticed that the roots of my curls were not as springy, and they weren't like they usually are. Comes to shampooing, you just really have to pay attention to your scalp, and like it's all about trial and error. Like use scalp scrubs to clarify, use shampoos, and then you can use co-washes and see if your hair likes co-washes better. When I used to co-wash personally, my hair afterwards, it would feel moisturized, but it would feel really heavy, like, and it wasn't light, and it didn't dry quick. Something that will give you a better understanding of how to do your wash day and what to use for your wash day. Wash your hair like you normally do, and don't put any product in it. Just don't put any product in it, and you see if your hair is weighed down or if it's light. Your hair should never feel like really heavy and weighed down. And I don't mean weighed down by curls, I mean weighed down by product and buildup. So your hair porosity, your wash day, this all leads into what products should you use. So I learned what products to use before I learned my hair porosity. So I noticed that my hair loves cream gels and gels. That doesn't mean that I'm never going to use a styler. It doesn't mean that I'm never going to use creams. But I'm more likely to pair up any creams and stylers I use with gels too, because my hair loves gels. How I figured that out is my hair lasts longer when I use a gel in it rather than just a cream or just a styler. To figure out what products your hair like is honestly the results you get. When I was going through my trial and error of figuring out what products I liked, I always stuck to creams because I'm like, my hair is dry as hell, I need creams. But in reality, that's not the truth. I got my moisture from my wash day, which I have learned along the line. But when I would use creams, if they were too heavy, my hair would feel greasy, my hair would get weighed down, and like a day later my scalp would already be itchy, and that's how I knew it was just too much for my hair, like my hair couldn't handle it. But when I would use gel creams and gels, my hair would be springy, my hair was not dry, it was not brittle, my curls did not shrink. And that's a great thing with gels, because I feel like a lot of the time people think with gels that their curls just shrink and they brittle up, which it may be the case for some people, but for me, it's not the case at all. And the gels give my hair amazing definition, and I still get lots of volume. When I would use creams, I would get no volume and my hair would just be weighed down, like I said before. So like I said, don't get me wrong, I still use creams, I use light creams, and I use leave-ins a lot because I still like to add that coat to my hair just to protect it. And I also like to use creams because I feel like it does add some definition to my hair while giving it a little bit of moisture. But like I said, gels just work amazing for my hair, and that's why I love the Bounce Curl Gel, because it literally never fails me. I compare it with anything and get amazing results. I noticed that products that had ingredients like heavy butters and lots of butters and oils in them didn't really work well for my hair. Those are the products that weighed down my hair. So I stuck to products that had less of all that in it. And if you feel like you apply a cream in your hair and it feels greasy and it feels heavy and your curls aren't holding up, then it's most likely that that product is way too heavy for your hair. You should stay away from all the butters and all the oils and stick to something a little bit lighter. But if you feel like when you use gels, your hair gets brittle, you get no volume, and you have holds but it's like crunchy, your hair gets too shrunken up, then gels aren't for you. Reading the ingredients is definitely important. So like I said, I just wanted to touch base on some things you can do to get to know your hair. I didn't want to go into full detail because then I'll be sitting here talking for an hour. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below, or you can even hit me up on my Instagram at Kats.curls. I try to get back to as many people as I can as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.